Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SA Pulse, the heartbeat of the nation. I am your host, Paul Nook, the general, the two-striped man with the medal on top, Vorna. Today we are delving deep into the music, the sound, the soul that shapes South African music scenes. I am your host, Vandag, like I said. This is just one of the exploring times with the vibrant Pretoria music, because now the rap scenes of Pretoria and its stars are coming in and they're influencing South African pop culture. So today, it's about the stories that come from Pretoria. It's about the stars from Pretoria. It's about the influence that they are doing in terms of influencing the South African pop culture. I mean, first of all, Pretoria is not just an administration capital of South Africa. It has cultivated itself to a place in which it has grown to be a vibrant, a hip hop scene characterized by its unique sound, lyrics. I mean, the powerful flow that is coming out. In the past years, a new generation of rappers from Pretoria has emerged, bringing fresh sound, stories, style, and the caption that is capturing. I mean, is capturing South Africa and is capturing the global, world as well. Because you must understand, these are not just rappers, these are storytellers. They are telling stories of where they come from. They are telling stories about their life. I mean, you can attest with me when I say also 25Ks. He has become the voice of the streets and the dreams of many young South Africans that are in Pretoria and many that are in the diasporas of South Africa. His ability to blend rap with melodies has helped bridge the gap between mainstream and local. And his touch on the mic is something else. I mean, when you listen to G-Tech, a master in storytelling with lyrical depths and his short voice and when he comes in, he makes the song beautiful. I mean, when you have him in the flipping chorus, that guy makes everything works. For me, his voice, when he drops, he makes everything works. Even what he would simply put on as a simple song, but you would understand it is not just a simple song. He's unique in his voice. Tato Saul brings smooth. Yeah, you can tell he's an OG. Thato uyambona nje, OG, Tupac type of a feel and whatnot. You could tell, but like Loatinover is a rising star. Yes, says the modern pop. I wanna get his boy mfanole, umushevile fella, his catchy hooks and his style, making it, it's not tribalizing, but it's making it pure for the Pretorian and its new wave of artists that are coming, and his appeal in terms of the global appeal. He has his Tsenya Ponyela kind of like a clothing or a jargon that is pushing, and that is gonna survive, and that is gonna last, and it's going to live beyond his imagination at this particular point in time, or something that will outlive him. Yeah, I wanted the word outlive. I'm just saying that Tsenya Ponyele thing. It's something that will outlive Loatinover, because it's such a powerful even jargon and such a powerful uh, brand that is also pushing, and it's appealing, to the nation, and it's appealing to the people, and the people who are really fucking with it mostly, it's us, the youth, and the impact in this kind of like branding and music and the fashion that these guys they've came with, the stories about their struggles, about their success, their identity. It resonates with millions of us who are listening to that song. It's innovative, it's blending, and their sound is fresh, it's cultural expressive, it's mainstream, Jay, without even flinching and double coating them, And we need to understand, we need to follow really, really the story of these Pretoria vengeance and understand and see where they're gonna get and see what's cooking, because I know Thato Saul has released a new album now, and the guys have been doing music. They have been on music, and I think we are sleeping on them as a South African new generation of understanding what's happening and what's cooking. So be interested enough, as I am telling you, those guys with their sound, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the Praetorian sound at this present moment. The way, the language, and the influence of. You must also remember in the previous podcast when we spoke about the language, the culture, how it also influences us. And if you have the perfect language, you have the perfect understanding that you're speaking to the heart, and when somebody speaks in your language, is speaking directly to you. When somebody speaks in a foreign language, you have to direct translate, so it comes in second hand information. But when they speak in your language, you could hear it clearly, or a language you could understand, a language that is beautiful. The words that are used are beautiful. I mean, the way they articulate themselves, these boys are something else. And when you must understand, as a nation, when such a thing happens, it's culture. It's looking at 5-10 years from now. Where will it be as it is influenced now? Because they are influencing the future. They are influencing what's to come. So if we sleep now, we will wake up not understanding what hits us. And that's something we not need to turn a blind eye. I mean, their music. I mean, the way they do their music videos. I mean, their features. And when they feature other artists, and the way they do things. And I think I'm not quite sure where I would put that boy, Matlara the dope boy. I wouldn't know if it's Pretoria or it's Mozambique or it's Cape Town, or because he has this funny thing of being a multilinguistic and being so multiracially connotated with a symbol of South Africa. He's a brand itself that it's amalgamation, it's a synthesis, that boy. He's representing a true, authentic South African youth that comes out of democracy and who is standing in a spot in which he is representing everybody. Even having that song with Ziggy X4, that was something else, and yeah, pretty ugly, sure, within that song as well. So when you understand even the way he is articulative enough to take us to particular places with his tongue and to represent particular people, and be a South African authentic cultural representation of who we are as a pop culture, that's something else. And you would understand if the influence comes from the Pretoria side, the Pretoria vengeance, you would understand what this means, even with the culture itself, when we move forward with it, because these guys now are taking over. It's a new wave, and if we don't ride the wave, I feel like we'll be left behind, because now these guys need to be supported. These guys need to be booked. If you are an event manager, you have to book these guys. They are the in things. Don't feel like because you haven't seen them in your mainstreams, or the radio doesn't play them now and then, and you feel like these guys are not doing proper music. And obviously we can understand when we geographically, politically, coming with this particular language, with Vela, the Zulus are dominant. Obviously, when you sing in Zulu, popular belief, you would be okay, sharp, widely received in South Africa. And as yet, when you sing with other languages, especially also with rap, it's a question we can throw out there. Do you feel like when you rap in your indigenous tongue, it's a limitation to be heard globally, or tell your story, globally? Is your language a limitation for you to be able to rap, or for you to be able to be a successful musician? And it's even worse in South Africa. You have to sing Zulu, or if you don't sing in Zulu, you're gonna be half known, but if you sing in Zulu, you're gonna be popular. What's the politics behind that? You know, when we speak of politics of language, maybe we should have an episode about the politics of language. Yes, politics of language will be our next episode. And like when we come together now, we should be invited to an episode that will speak about the politics of language, you know, because we understand at this particular point in time, the language that carries currency is English. If you are not speaking English, you are not speaking currency, you are not speaking money, because it's a capitalist language. And you must understand, with this capitalist language and a colonial language was made to dominate and be able to make business with it. So if you speak business language, you understand you must speak within Sabale. Yes, yes. So when you speak in those lines or in those lenses, you would understand what I mean when I say English is a business language. Now, when we find ourselves in a space where this is what, even if native and it is promoting our own identity, it is promoting who we are. Guys go overseas and sing, they will be accepted because overseas they slang, they, they know English better, or do things in their own way in which they know. I mean, uthomela amachina ngekarate. Ucanda ungathomela ututu. He's a master of that thing. Even now he's a with the karates or the Jet Li with his Tai Chi. Into celebrate seeing that are revolutionary. There are a few girls there that are rapping there. When I come back, because we'll be watching us. We out their music, their own tongue has liberated them individually and as a collective. Because I would like to understand Vele Vele, what made them also come together as a collective and call themselves Pretoria Vengeance, and be able also to do their project solo, because they also have their solo project. G-Tech has his own project. Thato Soul has his own project. 25K has his own project. Loatinover has his own project, and so many that have their own